Here we're asked to find the second derivative, meaning we're going to find the derivative f dash of x, or f prime of x, and then we're going to take the derivative of that. What? All right, so first, remember, with this type of problem, what we'd want to do is distribute and distribute to get this in a form that's more compatible for our derivative, which would be 3x minus 15x squared. So f dash of x, our first derivative, would be 3 minus 30x. And our second derivative simply is the derivative of the derivative. Well, if we take this as our function, derivative of a constant is 0. Derivative of a linear term is simply the coefficient of the linear term. And we're going to learn all about what is the significance of the second derivative later, but we're just mechanically finding it. Remember, for this type of problem with a binomial, we'd want to multiply it out or FOIL it out to make it into a polynomial which we could take the derivative of one monomial at a time. So 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 is our function, and f dash of x is going to be 8x plus 4. Multiply and subtract, constant goes to 0. So f double dash of x, our second derivative, is simply 8. And we're going to learn all about what that means at a later date. Constant has a derivative of 0. Linear term, take the coefficient. If we're asked to find the second derivative, well, luckily this monomial is already in a nice form to take the first derivative. Negative 54 when I multiply x to the, remember this is negative 9 minus 1 is negative 10. If I then find the derivative of the derivative, I'm going to multiply and subtract again. Negative 540 times negative 10 is positive 540. Negative 54 times negative 10. X to that negative 10 minus 1 is negative 11. Here, our derivative is multiply and subtract. 5 times negative 3 over 2 is negative 15 over 2. X to the negative 3 over 2 minus 1 minus 2 over 2. Remember, we said that that would go to negative 5 over 2 once we do our math. So f double dash of x, I'm simply going to start at the first derivative and multiply and subtract again. Negative 5 times negative 15 is positive 75. 2 times 2 is 4. Remember, when you have a fraction, numerator over denominator times numerator over denominator, we're going to do numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. That's what you do when you multiply. X to that, this will be negative 5 over 2 minus 1, which is minus 2 over 2, which will give us minus 7 over 2 when we take the derivative there. Second, the derivative of the derivative to give us the second derivative.